You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts.
Right, Chris.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good day, goodbye, hello, whatever it is, wherever you are in the world, I hope you are well. This is LTID TV1, or Leicester Till I Die TV, to give us our full name. I know I'm not Chris, as the intro says, but I am Brad, and as Chris would on a lovely Saturday afternoon before kickoff, I'm here for your watch-along. How are we all? Well, I'll start, shall I? I was okay, having a lovely day, the weather was nice, work went quite well, and then I got home and I changed into my lovely Leicester City top, for you that can see it there, and I was feeling quite optimistic. And then I got a lovely notification about 10 minutes earlier than I expected at 2 o'clock, but nonetheless it was the Leicester City team news. What's Brunette playing? The guy who's got a goal and assist in the first 3 games. Was Caboose, as I call him, starting and playing a game? The £20+ million arrival from Genk. You know, was he in the side after coming on against Aston Villa? Was Mavididi and Fatawu both going to play on the left, and we was going to see Jordan Ayew up front? Of course we bloody weren't. Oh, Steve Cooper, what are you doing? I mean, I don't know. I'll put the team news up in a minute. There's lots of you patient folk waiting in the comment section. Please, guys, if you are new to the channel, please do consider hitting the subscribe button and dropping a like on this video, because I really hope I'm wrong, but it's the same lineup minus one change to the side that started against Villa and started very poorly against Villa, may I add. I hope I'm proved wrong today. Get your score predictions down below. I'm going for 1-1, although I'm not that optimistic about that now. I went for that in the predictions league. I went 3-0, but I have got a funny feeling it's going to be a draw. And right now, seeing that lineup, I take it. Skip, Winks, and Didi. Oh dear Christ. What is he doing to this team? Bring back Claude Puel, I say. If you're going to play defensive, you might as well have kept him in charge. Oh, what do you guys think of the team? Have you seen it yet? I'm going to pop it up on screen in a minute. What I'm going to do first is, you lovely patient lot that have been waiting in the comment section, be seeing that some of you aren't too happy with it. But let's see what you guys have to say. Andreas, I know the intro's confusing. Chris is away. He's in the land down under. He's probably thankful to be away from it, seeing the lineup in Australia right now. But you have got my beautiful face to deal with, so it's not all bad, is it? It could be worse. Come on. Right. He says, hi, Chris. Obviously, didn't know it was me today. I have to say, I'm not happy with the lineup. Me and you both, Andreas. I think we will struggle to find a win. I hope we win, and I'm proven wrong. Exactly, mate. You know, whether we like the lineup or not, as the case may be, we just have to accept it for what it is, and hopefully get proven wrong. Cue Jordan Ayew against his former club hat trick. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would make me eat my words, and I'd happily eat the humble pie. Hey Brad, got to get used to it for a few weeks. Yes, I have. You have got to get used to it for a few weeks. Chris will be back to his regular post after the Arsenal game. Ironically, neither of us available for the watch along for that. I'm away at the weekend, and Chris is still not back from Australia, so you do get a bit of a break from the pair of us on a watch along. Hi Craig, hope you're well, mate. Ben says, hey Brad and Fox's fans, hope we can do it again. Cooper not putting Ricky P on, WTF. He probably has one of our best defenders on the bench. Yeah, I'm still miffed. What has the likes of Buonette, Mavididi just start today, but what is the likes of him and Mavididi, Fatu got to start on the same lineup? Questions hopefully get answered today as to why they're not getting started. Easy gaming in 3 CDMs. Man must be a creative midfielder. Why spend 20 plus million on one if you're not going to play him, and why loan a guy in from Brighton if you're not going to start him? It does not make sense. Wayne, afternoon, City peeps, agree, Andreas. Yeah, I think unfortunately we're all agreeing, and also hoping, like Andreas said, to get proven wrong. Up the Super Foxes, of course, we'll always back them, Craig, for a win. Yeah, more than just a few strange, wandering eyes at that team selection, Wayne. Turns out if Jordan Ayew's not a winger on the left, Cooper thinks he's a winger on the right. We'll bring up the lineup in a second, though. Because Chris isn't here, doesn't mean the rule changes. Still no spoilers. Exactly, Kyle. Any spoilers, whether it's a joke or not, you won't get a warning. There's no warnings. You're just out. You're just out. We've got mods in, hopefully, today. There's a few mods in that are able to help me with that if it's needed. I hope it's not. I hope we are all respectful of the rules. Do not, just because it's a better face, a new face hosting, doesn't mean the rules change. No spoilers. Please just don't do them, because you'll just be banned. You'll just be banned. We don't do warnings here. We're sick of trying to be nice to people and it not working. So well done, Carl, for that comment there. Brad, do you have Chris' famous drink for the game? No, I do the soft drink sponsor, being the younger of the two. Coca-Cola, sugar free, 0 sugar. It tastes as good as it looks. Will Pepsi do? No, thank you. There you go. See, there you go. Coca-Cola. Not a sponsored show, but it could be. Could be. We never know. Send that to the head office. I'm sure Chris will get flooded with the emails about it. That does not look good, Brad. Again, Andreas, no, it does not. I was down to win 2-1, but 3 DMs a draw. I'm with you, Wayne, right now. I'll take a draw right now. Andreas is that disappointed. He's gone 3-1 Crystal Palace. Bio is in. Bahia. I'll put my teeth in, as Chris would say. Boho Records, he says, nice defences as usual again, playing like a Division 2 team against a Premier League team, trying to nick it in the last 15 minutes will definitely survive playing like this. I'm assuming the way you've written that said with a little hint of sarcasm in there, Boho. But yeah, it's ridiculous. Some of the players that are on the bench. It's head scratching. Claude Puel-esque, is it not, guys? See some of you getting your score predictions in. I do host the predictions channel. I don't think Chris could. I think Chris might have a word to say. I might just change mine now. I can't. I'm not going to, but I really want to after that. Waiting to see, but sounds too defensive, says Womp. It really is, mate. 3 CDMs. And look, I like Justin and Christensen. I speak highly of Christensen. I've been really pleased to see him get back in the mix since being left out in the cold by Enzo. Nothing wrong with him playing, but Justin is a left-sided player. So if you can't play him on the left, then sorry, Justin, take a seat, because we need Ricardo on that right and Christensen on the left. For me, it's really baffling. I know it's away from home, but for me, you should be playing your strongest outlet. And to me, Ricardo is that man, along with, don't say it too loudly, folks, but an attacking midfielder would be great. Our best attacking player, Ricky B, can't even give a shout. What has the Solomon has he done? My thoughts exactly, Bohu. I have no idea. Going to quickly try and catch up with the rest of your comments, and I'll put the team up. Wayne, what's happened to Alves? Not loaned out, not even make a squad. No idea, mate. Probably go on loan to the Belgian sister club we've got, knowing our luck. I don't know if loans can still happen outside in the lower divisions. I think that used to be a thing, didn't it? Where they could still go out on loan. Maybe we'll still be able to get them out on loan. I don't know. Why aren't we attacking them from the start, Cooper? Well, hopefully he proves us all wrong, and that's what he does in the second half. Because it's not going to go well if it's anything like the Villa game, is it? Afternoon, Luke, the True Red. Who have you guys got? You have got Liverpool. Good luck today, mate. On that one, how are you feeling on that one today? Ben having a nice little chuckle. Albers must have been a very naughty boy doing laps on Braggy Park. Well, I mean, he has just returned from a big injury. He had a setback, didn't he? Him and Braybook, so maybe he's still trying to get fitness in. But he did come on and play against Tranmere in the cup, so he can't be too far off it. We'll see. We'll see. I think Nketiah will get a hat trick on his debut. I hope I'm wrong. Knowing our luck, Derek, that will happen. But then again, Jordan, are you former club? Who knows? That could be it. I spoke to a Forest fan. He says he plays people out of position and always goes defensive. And when it goes wrong, he goes into panic mode. No, didn't we have a Northern Irish manager that did that in a relegation season? Shades of Powell and panic button Brendan, the bell end Rogers. Let's hope we're proven wrong, guys. That's all we can do. Look, we back the team no matter what it is. Bo says, give me Powell back. Oh, I mean, I said it a bit tongue-in-cheek, but with the lineup and the way he has us playing, it's not much different. And yeah, very true. You could at least see what he was trying to do. So, for some of you that maybe haven't seen it, wanted to close your eyes and pretend it wasn't there, once my mouse wants to work, I'll remove this. Now, bearing in mind, I don't have the access or the same sort of creative mind to do things the way Chris does. So I'm just going to lean over here to the best of my abilities. I'm going to show you this. This is the team news. Hermansen in goal, Justin, Faze, Okalai and Christensen stay at the back line. It's the defensive midfield three of Wink, Skip and Ndidi. Ayew is there. He's not on the left, though. He's on the right. As Mavididi, one positive from this lineup. I've been screaming for Mavididi to get a start. The guy has done everything but be given the start for his performances. He starts on the left. And captain, club legend, Jamie Vardy is up front. On the bench, if I can just get rid of this so I can see it all. I'll change that in a minute so you can see the team line going across the bottom. On the bench is Danny Ward, Ricardo, Cody Chowdhury, Boubacar Samari, El Canoes, D. Cordova Reed, Boyanete, and Abdul Fatawu. The team is scrolling across the bottom for you now. And as I get rid of this, I mean, at least they're on the bench. At least they are an option for us to use off the bench. It's definitely better than nothing. But guys, I mean, is it because it's away from home? It is maybe Cooper doing the easy, doing the easy thing. Is he going, well, we're away from home. I don't want to take too many risks. Let's get into half time, maybe nick a goal, get in half time 0-0, 1-0. And then go for it in the second half? Or is this a game where he should have been looking at the end of that Villa performance and going, no, we get to Crystal Palace early, get a couple of goals, get ourselves, a couple of goals in front. Bear with me, guys. I'm just having technical difficulties trying to sort out my my streaming service for the game. Otherwise, this will be the most awkward / pointless watch along in the world, wasn't it? If I could say I'm doing a watch along and then all of a sudden I can't get my watch along to help me watch along with you. But yeah, guys, comment your score predictions. Has Cooper lost his mind, or is he actually doing the right thing away from home, and we're hoping to see changes in the second half? Or are we already staring down the barrel of a very, very long season under Cooper as our manager? Because I don't know what the likes of Fatu Mavididi, Boanete, and Canoes need to be doing, and Ricardo, on that training ground to be getting a start on the pitch. It's baffling, and to a degree, for me, actually, it is quite concerning, because if he's had an extra week of training to see what they're capable of doing, and he's not seeing it fit to start them and play them, then what exactly is he doing? Is this manager the right man for the job? Because we all said, well, he kept Forest up. At least he's got Premier League experience. He Leicester, unlike Potter, who was messing us around, umming and ahhing, despite his own team telling him take the Leicester job, get back into management. Otherwise, we all thought he was holding out for the England job, but otherwise that chance might go. We don't know if it will for him or not. I don't really care personally, but maybe we should have kept looking. I know we were getting impatient as fans, but defensive lineup not looking good. Ready to be proven wrong. And maybe I'm being too negative. Maybe we're all just being a bit too negative. Maybe going attacking away from home against a very good Crystal Palace side, we must admit. They had a hell of a run going into the last back end of the season. Are we giving too much disrespect to Crystal Palace to say, no, let's go attacking at them as if we've got the free right to run straight through them? You guys let me know in the comment section. I have not had a chance to have a drink since I got in, so if I go silent sipping on a can of Coca-Cola, sugar-free, sponsor the channel, it is not, but it could be. But yeah, Danny Ward on the bench. We're saved, aren't we? We are saved. So how does Cooper plan to attack with 3 CDMs? Because I'm sure it was the same against Aston Villa at the KP. It was, mate, and to a degree, he did give Ndidi the freer role of the 3 to try and push on and push forward. Look how well that worked out for him. Not that well at all. Because the subs were the only way we got back into the game, and he left that too late as well, in hindsight, didn't he? I wonder if he's butting heads with Ricky P. Well, he said one of his press conferences that he'd spoken to him, he told him his position in the team, and Ricky P was fine with it. Of course, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Although I'd feel that someone of Ricardo's caliber and personality, that if he had truly fallen out with the manager, we would have seen some transfer talk over the last couple of weeks of the transfer window. So we'll see. We'll see. I almost made my decision with Cooper, and we're only on the 4th game of the season. I did say I'd give him 10, but so far it's not good for him. Hope he proves me wrong. Well, yeah, we'll all look silly and all have to eat humble pie if this works, and all of a sudden we'll call him a genius, because it did work against Tottenham. Whether you feel that was lucky or deserved or not, it did do its job against Tottenham. And to a degree, it did work against Fulham. We just didn't switch it up quick enough to go attacking, and in the end, they got their second goal and killed us off. But we saw enough against Villa to know that it wasn't good enough against a stronger side who do like to come at you. And I feel like Palace are a sort of team that aren't going to sit back and allow us to try and pass them to death. Players are just stood. Funny enough, this is very strange. The Leicester players are in the tracksuits. They're not in the tunnel. They're stood next to the tunnel. Is that something that's always happened at Selhurst Park? Because the Palace players are in the tunnel, in the kit, but the Leicester players are all tracksuited up. They're coming out onto the pitch. Very strange. Has anyone ever been to Selhurst Park and noticed that? Is that something they're doing for a reason? I mean, the tunnel so it looks big enough to fit 2 teams down there. I thought it was always tradition that they did. I don't know. Maybe someone who's been there can tell me if that's something they've always done. Credit to the Palace fans. Flags are flying. Streamers are coming down. They've got a massive, massive inflatable for 100. I don't know what that's in turn of. Maybe 100 years at Selhurst Park. It's got the stadium on it in the background, so I imagine that. I don't know. Someone might know better than me, but yep, very impressive as the players are coming out. We are just under 2 minutes away from kickoff. A reminder, guys, I'm watching this on the stream. I'm trying to provide you the best sort of commentary that I can with the stream arm. Please do not post spoilers in there. Mods, if you're in, please keep an eye on things. If anyone spoils it, even as a joke, just get rid of them. It's not wanted here. We're here to do a watch along, not have a spoilers. If you want to watch it and watch it on your own, by all means, go and do that. Don't go putting spoilers in here, because if I see it or the mods see it, you'll just get banned. There's no two which ways about it. You can be defensive away from home, but still a knee. I kind of get what you mean in the first part, at least one. Away from home, maybe it's more acceptable. Early in the season, it's time to have early in the season is the time to have a go, because later on teams will have to have a groove and it'll be better playing time. I agree with you. 100% there. Be defensive is okay, but still need to score goals. Team balance is not there. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm all for having a steady starting 11, but you do need to change it up. It does work. I'll order my humble pie right now, but don't want it to go stale. Yeah, I'm hoping we're eating humble pie pretty early, and it's not 7 games into the season before it finally comes off and gets us something on the board. But we will see. Nothing I'm not used to seeing with Cooper. Do he get a habit of losing his head completely? He has got a habit of losing his head completely when it goes bad, plays defensively instead of attack it. Well, a Forest fan, ladies and gentlemen. Luke, great fan of the channel, despite being a Forest fan, always in, and now you've heard it from the horse's mouth practically for what it's worth. I tell you, Brad, what is it you tell me? What is it you tell me, Ben? Let me know what it is you tell me. Guys, we have got a couple of minutes to kick off. Stream's not loaded up yet since it was on the countdown, so we've got about 30 seconds. Any last minute score predictions, let me know. We are about to get underway, so I will change it to this. Crystal Palace 0, Leicester City 0. Again, no spoilers in the chat. I'm definitely 100% legit streaming this in the country that I should be. Thanks for the warning there. Crystal Palace players are in a huddle. We are about 30 seconds away from kickoff. Come on, Leicester, let's get it right. Let's be sat here at half time. If people do any spoilers, cheers, Ben. Yeah, appreciate that. I think Luke, I don't know if you are, but I think there's people in here who Chris does have as mods, so if they can keep an eye on it. But if you guys can let me know so and so spoiled it, I'll try and keep an eye on it. But here we go. Leicester playing in all white, and they are underway. Crystal Palace getting us off the mark. Early press from Leicester. They've won the ball actually, although Palace quickly get it back on the left-hand side. We are 16 seconds. We are underway, and that's not a good sign that my Wi-Fi signal goes. I hope my stream doesn't go on me. There we go. 2 bars on the signal. That's helpful. Underway, and Leicester have a free kick just inside the Palace half. Won by the former Crystal Palace man himself. Jordan, are you? Christensen now has it on the left. He's given it back to Akolai. He's given it to Faze. Short ball, but Hamadson gets the ball and sends it long up the field, which Crystal Palace will win initially, but Leicester do pick it up in the midfield. Now then, Mavididi on the left-hand side. He's blocked off. He's made an run, but it's not used. It's gone back to Akolai, who plays it into the middle. Who's gone back now to Faze. Leicester having the ball early doors, considering it was a Palace kick-up. As I say that, we hoof it long. And Palace have the ball back now, trying to start an attack. Well cut out by Akolai, who plays it to Christensen. Gives the ball left to Mavididi. Chance to first run at Crystal Palace. His back line. He cuts inside, loses his footing, and Palace come away with the ball. Well, at least Mavididi's starting to charge, but Leicester win it in the midfield again. Spread the play out to the wide right. It's back to Faze, who puts a beautiful switch ball out to the left on Mavididi. Mavididi on the left-hand corner of the box plays a lovely little pass inside. Christensen at the edge of the box. Oliver Skip gives it to Winks, who gives it to Christensen down the byline to Mavididi, but it's shielded out by Crystal Palace player there at the back. Great link-up play from Leicester starting off. They've started well, considering we're playing 3 CDMs. Some lovely link-up play between Christensen, Skip, and Mavididi. Ball played down the byline for Mavididi to run onto. The danger was read by Crystal Palace, but the first breakaway in an attempt on goal goes to Leicester's way. Well, so far, turn the other to 200 for so far, so good. As the goal kick goes out of play halfway inside the Leicester half, quickly taken by Christensen, who throws it to Akolai, passes it back to Hamadson, gets the ball out from under his feet, and he places his kick up towards Ndidi, who wins the flick on. Mavididi then does well to win the ball out on the left, gives it to Ndidi, who lays it off to Skip, who gives the ball to Akolai in phase 1-2. Under a bit of pressure, Akolai gives it to Christensen out on the left. Christensen looks to Mavididi, plays it to him and gets to him. Mavididi battling in midfield. Leicester have a free kick just on the left-hand side on the halfway line. Mavididi looks to give the ball to Christensen, who is wearing the number 16. I'll tell you what, I'm not a big fan of the sponsor, but I do like the white kit. It's giving me very 90s vibes, the white kit, away kit, as it's thrown into there, and I don't know what's happened as my stream unfreezes. Vardy nearly won the flick on, but Crystal Palace come away from it. Short ball played out. Leicester pressing strong. Manon cries by the crowd as Mavididi's trying to win a corner here. Very well done by Mavididi. He's got the ball in, crossing the box. Oh, the chance. It was a chance for RU against his former club, but he just didn't connect with it right. Mavididi, brilliant work on the left, pressed the block. The Crystal Palace player tried to shield it out. Mavididi out-muscled him, got the ball on the left, crossed it on the right, and RU side-footed it, but he hit it into the turf. He couldn't get the right connection. He tried to side-foot it, but he bounced into the turf and sailed just over the bar. But Leicester with the first chance, 5 minutes into the game. Jordan Ayew with the first chance of the half. Crystal Palace now, though, have it on halfway, trying to attack from there. I like it too, Wayne. Still, sponsor, no, but the kit colour, 90s vibes, mate. 90s vibes, love it. Leicester in the ascendancy in these first 5 minutes. Although Crystal Palace now trying to get a foothold in this game. Wonderful ball out wide right. And then it's a pass into the middle. Crystal Palace knocking the ball around wonderfully. They've got it on this left, dangerous position. Far left, crossing, blocked initially by Leicester. And now Leicester looking to deal with the ball. It's still there on the left. And it's put out eventually for a Palace throw in, which is taken quickly. Palace still have it now on this left-hand side, trying to draw Leicester out. They're forced back to the halfway line, though, by Leicester. This is good press by Leicester. You can turn the other one on, guys, because this defensive line is doing its job and doing it well. Leicester forced Palace into a mistake, got the ball back. Hamadson on the ball, kicks it long and I believe that was Skip, went up for the header, didn't win it. He's batting away to win the second or third ball, and has won a throw-in on this right-hand side for Leicester, halfway line, and Ketier is being looked at by the cameraman. Is that someone Leicester were linked with? I believe we were. Said he was too good for us, I believe, as well. Well, he's at Crystal Palace. He's not that much better, is he? Get your bingo cards out. Vardy's age has just been mentioned. As Palace come down their left-hand side. And that's it. That unfreezes as it swapped to the right. Two men over here. Mavididi trying to shield out the defence. He's forced him into the middle. Played onto the edge of the box. Still going with Palace, but Leicester managed to get a body in the way, and the referee gives a traditional foul, if you will. There wasn't much in it, but the free kick is given. Warrington, a judge to have fouled. Can't quite see because I'm streaming it on my phone, but judge to have given a foul. And Leicester have a very easy free kick. And Mavididi, who's been on the ball a lot already this first half, as my stream catches up to play. Leicester have it in the middle, battled by Crystal Palace. Possession overturned. Referees allowed play on. Now Palace looking to get through on goal here. Well defended by Corolai, and Christensen chasing down a loose ball. No free kick given by the referee. Great work. 7.5 minutes gone in this game. As my stream freezes, I don't know if... Yep, Madsen passing it across his goal. Dangerously kicked long. But Crystal Palace getting into this football match now as Leicester trying to get a foothold back in the game. Still 0-0 here. 8 minutes in. Christensen forced to go back to Colai. Colai spreads it out wide to Wout Faze, who puts... Well, the ball comes off Crystal Palace play and goes out for a throw-in halfway inside the Leicester City half on the right attacking side as it is for Leicester. He does. He does, Wayne. He looks good so far. He's very aware of the spacing behind him. He's reading the game so well so far. Yes, guys, 65 you and 67 you in now. If you could all smash the like button, guess what? We'd have 67 likes. Oh, I say that and it drops down to 60, 63. But still, you guys hit the like button. Do the stream a favour. Smash the like. It takes 2 seconds. You don't even have to come off the stream to click it. It's just that little thumbs up button. Just give it a press. Much appreciated. As Palace play a long ball in behind. Leicester defend with it initially, but they give the ball back to Palace on the left-hand side. Forced back to the halfway line. Forced back into their own half now, our Palace, sorry. Leicester patiently waiting to the press with 3 CDMs. It's expected that they'll sit deep when Palace have the ball. Well, great work by Mavididi. Doesn't get away with the ball. And then a late free kick for a slight touch on Vard, on a player by Vardy. Sorry, I just got a notification blocking my view there. As Palace have a free kick on the halfway line, spread out to their left-hand side, forced all the way back, and it looks like they're going to go back to the goalkeeper. They have indeed. Henderson, former Manchester United goalkeeper, spread it out to a centre-back, and now Palace are coming down this right-hand side, still in their half, trying to spring the attack. Leicester cut it out, and Palace have a throw-in on the right-hand side of the halfway line. Goes back to their right, to the right back, and all the way back pretty much to the back line for Crystal Palace. Neither team so far, apart from Ayu's chance, really showing any aggression in going forward. Both teams seemingly wanting to be quite patient on the ball. Latest score, Man City 0, Brentford 1. Wow. That's just popped up on the top right-hand corner of my screen. Ipswich 0, Brighton 0, scores elsewhere. Which already messes me up for 3 points, I think, in the Man City game, because because I went 2-0. The ball, though, not a lot going on. Hamadson has it, and he's passed it out to Akoli. I'm going to say Coley, because if I say E. coli, I feel like I'm going to say the disease. And Didi now, chance to break away, caught on there, but he's powered through. Lovely pass out wide to Mavididi. Leicester firing themselves forward. Cross into the box. It misses everybody, and Henderson collects it, but it's a good, inviting cross into the box from Mavididi. What a difference having Oh, go away. Stupid notifications. I've got it on Do Not Disturb. But it's a great crossing by Mavididi. And Ayew just couldn't quite get there. And Henderson gracefully takes into his hand. Good to see him starting. I said it was the only positive in that midfield in terms of attacking options. And it seems that will be deployed to attack with Mavididi strongly on that left-hand side as Leicester have a free kick, dead centre in the halfway line, still in the semicircle. Fulham 0, West Ham 0, still half time. Still scores there. Liverpool still 0-0, Nottingham Forest. Ball looks like Leicester are going to send this into the box. They've pushed players forward. Christensen to the left. Looks like it's Winks taking it. He's played it into the middle to Mavididi. Skip. Oh, there's a chance. Oh, Jordan Ayew against his former club had the chance in there. It was a very smartly worked training ground technique. Mavididi came sprinting out to get it short. He passed it into Skip. Skip laid it through to Ayew, who just couldn't get enough on it. It's a great ball in by Skip, to be fair. Ayew tried to get there to Jordan Henderson. He went around him, but just as he was about to pull the trigger, and Henderson was able to reach behind him and scoop it around. But Leicester definitely the positive side. Yes, Wayne, we're playing really well. Saying that, commentators curse. Palace trying to come down this right-hand side. Guess who's doing the defensive duty and shielding that? It is, of course, Mavididi, forcing Palace all the way back into their own half. It's going around the middle. Leicester just shepherding Crystal Palace out at the moment. They have it now on this right-hand side, but they're going to have to go inside. Well dealt with by Leicester so far. Palace switching the play out to the left. If the cameraman could not be drunk and zoom in so we could actually see where the ball is, that would be great. Palace still having it in the middle. Not a lot going on here. Leicester breaking up in the middle of the park. Vardy just couldn't get it under control to launch a potential counter-attack. But Leicester are harassing Palace very well. They're hustling and bustling very well here. And they've won a free kick just inside the Palace half on the right-hand side. Great start. Like Wayne said, Leicester are playing well. They certainly are. And Jordan Ayew looks like a man determined to prove Palace wrong for letting him go. Already had good, the watch along is still on while Chris is away in Australia. Yeah, Paul, and I hope you're enjoying the new host. I hope I'm doing him justice. Why is there? As the free kick comes in, left-hand side, headed out by Palace, and another out wide. And Mavididi lets it go out for a throw-in, deep inside the Palace half, on the left-hand side. Leicester definitely having a more of the ball in terms of attacking sense. Palace haven't really had a chance to really threaten Hermadsen or the Leicester back line yet. 15 minutes into the game. Flick on by Mavididi from a Christian throw-in, but Palace do get it clear initially. Akoli's trying to pressure Palace to keep hold of the ball, but there's a great ball out on the right-hand side for Crystal Palace as they cut inside. I can't see because of a notification on my bloody phone. Left-hand side now for Palace. Cross comes into the box. Great ball in. Oh, the new man for Crystal Palace. I think it was Nketiah as it was switched over on the left-hand side. Ball came in. Eddie Nketiah. It's very well done by Christensen, actually. He stands his ground, so he can't really direct it very well, with Christian using his body weight quite well to put him off balance. And in the end, it was miles wide. But just as I was saying, Leicester having the best of the attacking chance. Peter, I'm trying to, but I have psoriasis and it's a little itchy part of my nose. I will try and leave it alone for your viewing pleasures. I do apologise as it came to nothing. But now Crystal Palace will hope to try and get a foothold in this game. Good morning, afternoon to you, Nate. Hope you're doing well. Good to hear we're playing so well. Well, so far so good, although Palace have just had their first chance of the half. And again, sorry, Peter, I will try. If it starts to itch and irritate, I'll do this wonderful thing where I do this for you. So you can't see me having a lovely itch here. I do apologise. It's psoriasis though, mate. I have it in a really annoying place. So when it itches, it's difficult to ignore. Palace have it in their own half on the right hand side. The ball's gone out. That's a scratch of nerves. Well, it is a little bit. It definitely was when it was when Nketiah's header first launched off, and it was very smart by Christensen to just stand his ground, didn't challenge into him, didn't go bowling into him. And Leicester have won themselves a throw-in just about a quarter of way into the Palace half. Christensen takes it, and it's out wide with Mavididi. Gives it back to Christensen. His ball inside goes for Crystal Palace player. Now Palace trying to break away. Leicester have bodies back though, doing very well at keeping the bodies back. It's almost like playing 3 CDMs allow you to keep men behind the ball so Palace can't break away. Cooper's a genius. We all knew it. He's back with Henderson now. Vardy putting the pressure on. Bit of a low-driven goal kick, but he gets away with it, and Palace are coming away with it now on the left-hand side. Ball over the top, which beats Akole in the air. He's beating the bounce ball across. It's a free chance. Oh, great defending by Wildface. And go Wildface. Brilliant block by Wildface. Fantastic work by Wildface. I'm watching it on a stream, mate. I'm watching it on a... I'll tell you where. Not just because you're a Spurs fan, but I'm watching it on a stream. And I want you to stay here and watch it. Brilliant work by Wildface. Akole was beaten with a ball over the top. He misjudged it. It went over him. Palace through. A ball was played across the box on a 6-yard box. It looked for all the world like the Palace player was going to get a chance to hit a shot and test Madsen's goal. But Wildface made 3 brilliant blocks to recover and dealt with the danger. Thanks, Phil. Spurs, no. Oh, Palace for a chance here, and again, Wildface with the defending. No, mate, because funny enough, we do a watch along. I don't want you going off and watching it there. There's plenty out there if you want to go, and watch it. But if you're here to watch this channel, you're here to do the watch along and enjoy it. Last warning, mate. Don't come on here asking for streams and that. I tell you what, I'm watching it on. I'm watching it on my phone from a streaming service. Go and find your own if you want to watch it, and by all means, stay in the background and listen to me commentate. Stop asking. Yeah, Wildface, brilliant bit of defensive work there. I was trying to commentate it, but I got distracting. But yeah, Wildface twice now coming to Leicester's rescue defensively. But them 3 blocks, wow, they were fantastic. That saved certain goals. Ben, don't you start. I'll tell you what, Ben, just in case you didn't hear me, I'm watching this on my phone, on a stream. There you go. Just in case you didn't hear it the first time, Ben. But Leicester, Palace growing in confidence. Leicester, I have a little itchy nose. Just for Peter's sake, I'm going to go off camera for that. But Leicester now trying to get themselves back in this game. Palace growing in confidence, having a couple of half chances there. Super Wildface defending, stopping them, being a goal behind. As Palace gives the ball away here, and Wilfred Ndidi breaks away, and he's played the ball over the top to Vardy, who can get it. It's a goal! It's in! Jamie Vardy against Crystal Palace! He's done it again! Superb work by Wilfred Ndidi! Wilfred Ndidi nicked the ball in the middle of the park. He played the ball through Jamie Vardy, 37, 27, doesn't matter how old he is, he's still got the pace about him. It's Leicester City, it's Crystal Palace 0, Leicester City 1. I'm going to get the goal music on me debut in the Premier League. Where is it? There it is. Oh, it was a goal. It was a goal that rolled back the years. Wilfred Ndidi nicking it into the middle. He played a through ball. Jamie Vardy gives it that to the Palace fans. He took it round Henderson after some indecisiveness with his back line, and he rolled it into the empty net. Ooh, Jamie Vardy. Ooh, Jamie Vardy. Leicester City. Cooper's a genius. It's Leicester City 1, Crystal Palace 0. What a feeling. Oh, there we go. That is beautiful. Chance to update this. Cooper's a genius. 3 at the back always works. 3 central defensive midfielders is the way to go. What a genius our manager is. Jamie Vardy ages like fine wine, doesn't he? It's Leicester City 1, Crystal Palace 0. There we are, folks. Just for your confirmation. Match week 3. Jamie Vardy makes it 0-0 apparently, because I forgot to add the 1 on Mad Excited. And them early chances, super well faced defending, means we have the lead in this game against Crystal Palace. And 3 vital points. We beat PSR over the international break, and 22 minutes into this game, Leicester City have the lead against Crystal Palace. It is 1-0 to the Foxes. I've just trying to sort my phone out because it's having a bit of a Jamie Vardy. Yeah, he's too old for the Premier League. Got it in him to do it. Yeah, well, him and Man City 11 against Brentford in that game. And he's Vardy again. Vardy on the left-hand side. He's got a bit of work on this right-hand side, sorry. Oh, my phone sorted itself out at the right time. Cross comes in to the box. Can't get anywhere. Shot. Wings. Matavadidi trying to work a shot. Whose shot goes out for a corner. Leicester reaping this confidence boost. They're looking good. They're looking hungry. They're looking like putting Palace to the sword. Cooper's a genius. Never call him Corporal again. What a legend. He knows his team. He knows the line. Who needs attacking midfielders when you've just got Mavididi and Vardy? What scenes at Selhurst Park. Limbs in the air. And now Leicester have a corner. They could double the lead inside in the space of 5 minutes here. 24 minutes gone. Leicester with a corner. It's crossed in. His header. Good save by Henderson. Nicolai with the header. It was going into the bottom, as you look at it, left-hand corner. But Henderson got down well to stop Leicester doubling their lead. Nicolai with the chance there for Leicester. Wow. How vital are them blocks now by Wout Faes? Amazing how football goes, doesn't it? Let me catch up with you guys in the comments. I've been going crazy. I forgot you all existed. I hope I'm going to suggest, because the comments didn't pop up, that you all waited to say it after kickoff. Looks like you did. The GOAT said Keith. Yeah, the GOAT, the man, the age gets better with talent, with age. Duke 1-0. Lovely feeling it. Vardy does it again. He does pull, doesn't he? Yeah, Tom, Vardy's the man of the magic moment. Well done, you guys, for waiting. Wayne, yes, it's there. He doesn't get a famous eagle call. No, but he did give them the old. Sorry, what? I don't know. Have we? I don't know. I tried to be very subtle about it. I didn't want to give anything away. But yeah, we have scored. We have scored, Keith. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. just to confirm. I know I was a bit subdued in my celebrations. I didn't overreact as well. It's not just Ndidi winning it, his pass. Yeah, like I said, mate, Wayne, it rolled back the years. Ndidi getting in. There's nothing going on, by the way. There's a Crystal Palace player down who got injured tackling Skip. I think he landed on the back of his head. So there's nothing going on at the moment. Don't worry about that. But yeah, it was like Wilfred Ndidi of old. It was really good to see. He didn't, Bob. He didn't, but he did. He did give them a little. Well done. Well, there you go. Lightning, Jamie Vardy, yeah, and that goal still showed it. It's your don't peak too early, Brad. Breathe, mate. I'm gonna take a breather now. This is the first watch along I've done since I covered for Chris in the Championship last year when we beat Southampton 4-0. So I'm still new to these watch alongs. Adam, you are a trooper, mate. Thank you very much. Becoming a new member to the YouTube channel. And you guys, if you want to become a member for the low price of $1.99, you can join Adam and becoming a Fox's legend on the channel. And obviously make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to do so. And if you haven't already, guys, 71 of you in, celebrate a Jamie Vardy goal by hitting the like button on the video. You're all legends. Thanks very much for that, Adam. We do appreciate it on the channel. The game is back underway. Crystal Palace have it at the back now. They're being forced to play it over the top. This deep line genius tactic by Cooper, the absolute wizard that Cooper is, seems to be frustrating Palace. They don't really know how to be handling our defensive line. And Leicester, well, 1-0 up, benefiting from it. 28 minutes into the game, it is Crystal Palace 0, Leicester City 1. Hopefully not, but will Palace find a way to break Leicester's defensive sternness down, or can Leicester do what they did for the goal and catch Palace napping? But Palace now, saying that commentator's curse, they have it in the box on the left-hand side. Eze trying to weave it in, trying to create a shooting chance for the edge. It's squeezed all the way through, but Amanson watches it and gathers it fairly comfortably in the end. But Palace have shown warning signs. Some bright and brave and smart defending from FaZe and Christensen, to be honest with you, before the goal kept it 0-0, and some very good defending there meant Palace had a shot in anger from distance. But from the resulting goal kick, Mavididi won the ball, tried to backheel it to Wilfred Ndidi, but he'd made a run forward instead of staying where he was. Otherwise, he'd have got the ball and Leicester could have broken away there. But Leicester seem very alert to everything. Mavididi so far is having a man of the match performance. He's winning absolutely everything. He is chasing it down. Everything. No. I wasn't criticising him. I was stirring the pot. I was merely doing it as an entertainment to you guys. I had my fingers crossed, Ben. Anyway, back to the football. Christensen has it now as it's in the middle of the park. Wilfred Ndidi, the assist maker, tries to play a ball down the right-hand side, but Ayew was too close to the box. He wasn't quite out wide enough. Palace playing it out from the back. It's already cost them a goal and a couple of half chances for Leicester so far, but they got away with it this time. And it's worked for them this time. They broke away. Left-hand side, Leicester numbers back, force them back to the halfway line. They recycle the ball. It's in the middle now, looking to spread it out onto the right-hand side. Mavididi not shirking his responsibility. He's forced Palace all the way back to halfway, struggling to get in behind Leicester at the moment, our Crystal Palace, which is great news for Leicester fans right now. They play a ball in the middle, though. That's a great ball in behind the defence. It's a shot. It's another shot. And it's a blocked again by the Leicester defence. And Leicester have a corner. Leicester, I wish. Palace have a corner. Ball in behind the defence. Not read there by FaZe, but he he recovered well. Again, recovery rate by Woutface is amazing. He gets the block on the original, and then I can't see who that is diving in to get the clearance away. But great defending by Leicester, if not a little bit desperate. Done. The corners played short. Played out to the edge of the box. Hello to Avocado Magic. Right hand side for Palace. That's what he did against Villa, Wayne. So that seems to be the role he's sticking to. He had it in Championship. Now then, Leicester trying to break away. Looks like Skip on the ball. He has, and he's bursting on his right-hand side. Oliver Skip with pace. The world's gone mad. Tried to play an ambitious ball into Vardy. Nearly got there, to be fair to him. But that has really done Leicester a load of favours. He's got the ball right down the other end of the pitch. He's forcing Crystal Palace to rebuild, and Leicester can keep their defensive line. So that is that's good for Leicester. As I say that, my stream freezes, so bear with me just a second, as I may have to. No. Crystal Palace have it on the left hand side. Cross comes in, and it's blocked by Cole. Again, yes, Wout-Faes and Christensen have been making some notable blocks already, but Cole does not look out of place in this Leicester team. Definitely doesn't look like a player who's not played Premier League football until this season. The Italian, the youngster, settling very well to life at the King Power. 32 minutes just ticked over now, though. Crystal Palace have a free kick. Not going to jinx it, but the ball comes into the box. It's gone to the back post. It's headed in across the road. An overhead kick, very ambitious, and another overhead kick, very ambitious, as I believe Fulham have the lead against West Ham 1-0. Just see there. 2 overhead kicks attempts. The first one initially blocked. The other one, decent to be fair, but he did put it well over the bar. Matt Herberson probably had it covered. A bit of indecision by Cole and Faes, allowed another overhead kick by Nketiah, but it went well over the bar. And Leicester breathe a sigh of relief. I'm glad I didn't jinx it, because if that had got in, I'd have felt like a fool by saying Leicester have desperately improved their defending ability from set pieces this season, as opposed to how they have been at defending set pieces before. So Man City now have turned the game on its head. Shock horror. It is Manchester City 2, Brentford 1. Ipswich still draw 0-0 with Brighton. And yes, indeed, Fulham are winning 1-0 against West Ham United. Liverpool also still drawing with Forest 0-0, as Palace have the ball again. Halfway line, Leicester win the ball back, but the referee's pulled it back for a foul. Winks has a little moan. Avocado, I'm at 33 minutes and 40 seconds as we speak. Excuse me. So, yeah, if I'm a little bit behind, as I say to everybody, I know you're new, don't put any spoilers in the chat. So if something happens, whether it's a penalty given, a red card, a goal, whatever, wait for me to react to it. And then, by all means, put whatever you want, within reason, obviously. Put whatever you want about the incident in hand. Just wait for me to react and see it, because that's the whole point in these watch-alongs. Please, no spoilers, because we have a rule here. We've been patient with spoilers before and letting people have second chances. It's now just an insta ban, and that's the mods are instructed to do that. So that's what time I'm on. It's now 34:25. So there it is. Crystal Palace have on this left-hand side. It's gone into the box. Eze's wiggled his way in, and he's put the chance wide. How has he missed that? Leicester, heart in mouth moments. That was very shocking defending, as we've been praising it. They got the ball on the way. Eze was just drove at Leicester. Eze, free run. Wout-Faes gets absolutely turned inside out by Eze. It's great footwork. Akole tries to get across and cover. He puts the ball in, and it just needed. It didn't even need a foot or a head. It needed just to hit the Palace striker, and it was 1-1. It somehow missed him. Leicester get away with it. They're still 1 goal to the good, but Palace are putting the pressure on. They are turning up the heat on Leicester, trying to get away back into this game. Coli and Faze are quick. Palace side look great. They do, and they're coming forward again now on this right hand side. And Christensen held them up, but now it's Leicester trying to keep their shape, and it's still not dealt with here. Palace trying to create a chance, cleared out by Leicester, but not really far away as Palace have it on this right hand side still. Passing to the middle. Great ball out to the right on the right hand side. Mavididi tries to shepherd it out. Christensen now deals with it and gives Palace a throw in. Dangerous position. Oh, well, the Palace fans and players aren't happy with that. Christensen looked to give away a throw in. It's been signalled and given to to Leicester, and Leicester blow breathe a sigh of relief. Yeah, that's a ruling. Chris told me the ruling. It's been a ruling for a while as Wilfred Ndidi goes down, but no free kick given. And Palace come forward with it. They got it in the middle. Leicester getting bodies back. It is annoying, you're right. Yeah, we're fickle football fans, Keith. So I'll do it. I'll praise them when they do something right, but if they do something wrong, I will bemoan them for doing it. It's a joy to watch along. Wild Face has just given away a free kick, which he's susceptible to. I don't think he's got a card for it, but it's on the left-hand side. I think that will be his last warning before he gets one. He hasn't got a yellow card, but Nketiah cleverly winning a free kick. Leicester need to see this through to half time now. You know, Palace are coming at them, but if they can get through to half time 1-0 up, that will do well for Leicester to come in at the break half time. They just need to see this through and get through to it half time. Yeah, Keith, I'll let them flow. If they do something well and they're playing well, of course I'm going to praise them. And if they start playing badly and making mistakes, I'm going to call them out for it. And right now, the defence is switching off. They need to go back to that sturdy, well-organised defence because Palace have had a few chances in these last 4 or 5 minutes and probably should be level, to be honest with you. So it's dinks into Nketiah. Leicester deal with the first initial danger and then clear it long, well into Palace's half. In fact, now then, Leicester have a free kick, a late chance by Nketiah. It's Jordan Ayew that's gone down. Seems okay. Don't think it's a malicious injury or anything like that to cause him any trouble. But Ayew sent it well clear and Nketiah caught him. Not really much in it. It is a free kick, but Ayew, yeah, it's not much in it. It's just one of them where the referee's going to give that nine times out of 10. You know, he's going to give it. But I mean, they cleared the danger. Leicester, they dealt with that threat anyway, regardless. So at least it wasn't one of them where Palace would be bemoaning that they won the ball back fair and square. I would take two more goals, to be honest with you. To settle my nerves. I'm glad you think another one's just enough to settle your nerves. As Madsen takes this goal kick, sends it, this free kick, should I say, sends it long. Those ball back is with Palace and they're breaking free with numbers here. Leicester racing to try and get back in some shape. Palace plays the ball with flex of Christensen, I believe. But it was straight through to Madsen, who'll be grateful that straight through to him. And Nketiah's looking threatening though. He's definitely, I don't want to say it, but he looks like if Palace are going to have a goal scorer score this half at least, it's going to be Nketiah that gets it for them. And Leicester just need to get their foot on the ball a little bit. These last 10 minutes or so have been all Palace. We're coming up to the 40th minute now. And since that goal, Leicester had a chance to make it 2-0 shortly afterwards. But since then, it has really been all Palace who are looking to get themselves back level in this game. As Leicester break up a potential attack on the left-hand side. Some lovely little interchanging passing. Then is given back to Palace, and then Leicester win it back, and then Palace have it, and it's a throw into Palace on their left-hand side attacking. I'd like one before this half, but right now, the way Palace are playing, Ben, I would happily take 1-0 at half time. The throw-in was thrown all the way back to the Palace back line, and they have it now all the way back on halfway, looking to attack on the wings. Palace have definitely been more threatening on that left-hand side than they have on the right-hand side, but it is now with them on the right-hand side, although Mavididi yet again steps in. He's won a throw-in for Leicester, half just inside the Leicester City half still, coming up to the halfway line. I mean, Steve Cooper will be happy from what he's seen. I'm sure we're all delighted after how we felt before kickoffs in at starting 11. And Nketiah wins it back. Definitely planned as his player of the match. But an awful pass in the middle. Vardy. Oh, chance for 2-0. Awful pass into the middle. Chance. I think it was Skip who given the ball. I'm not sure. Another very similar to the goal. Tried to play it in for Vardy to run on to. This time Henderson wasn't taking any chances. Raced out of his goal. And Leicester nearly double the lead. Now, Leicester trying to keep it in the attacking side, but still a little bit of foul. Easy foul given away by Jordan Ayew, and Crystal Palace will have a free kick once the Palace player is back on his feet. So far, so good. Reese, unfortunately, mate, for you, Chris is in Australia. He's having a lovely time in Australia. Luke, who's joining us later at full time, he can't make it at half time, but he's joining us at full time. And sorry, my nose is going to itch. He's in Australia for a couple of weeks, so I'm taking over the watch-alongs for a few weeks. But don't worry, Chris will be back. You're not stuck with this ugly mug for forever. Just for a couple of the watch-alongs, starting with this one. Leicester need to really get hold of this ball. They have not had a hold of this ball for a while now in any attacking threat sense, apart from the half chance that Skip playing the ball through to Vardy to run on to. There is a Palace player down. Bear with my stream. It's going to jump from time to time to catch up. Looks like this could be a long injury here. It's a 38, I think. No, 28 for Palace, who's gone down. Nothing's going on at the moment. Injury treatment. There could be a early-ish second half. Yeah. Ayew falls into him. Yeah, Wayne. Like I said, it was Leicester X played to the man's strength. Get the ball, counter attack, play the ball in behind their defence, and let Jamie Vardy do Jamie Vardy things. And that's exactly what led to the goal. And it's what nearly led to a second goal so far. Oh, Nate, love you, mate. Really appreciate it. I'm glad you're all enjoying the commentary. At least you are, Nate. You're enjoying the commentary. Hope I'm doing Chris and the you guys justice in this game. There's nothing going on right now, guys, which is why I'm off camera. The 28 for Crystal Palace is coming off. It looks like his race is ran before half time. A sub is warming up. Oh, cheers, Keith. Appreciate that as well. I am trying to do my best for you. So I appreciate that you're enjoying my commentary. Right, Justin. There will be a few minutes added on. The play is back underway. Leicester have had a throw-in. The ball's played down the line. Vardy could be in here. It's missed the defender. He's brought the control over. He's got Mavididi. He's up to the left. He's played in Mavididi to control. Oh, I thought it was in. I thought he side-footed it into the net. He got it wrong. It could have been 2-0 Leicester. It really should have been. It was a great ball down the line by Christensen. The left back for Palace completely misread it. Vardy cut in. He played a beautiful ball in Mavididi. Oh, but Mavididi panicked. The defender covered the ground well, to be fair, to do enough to put him off. He couldn't get his feet organised. He was a little bit off balance, and it could have been 2-0 to Leicester. Just going to keep an eye on your comment there, Jordan, because if Leicester score now, that's as Leicester have the ball here, nothing seemed to happen. So I don't know if that's you just saying that for the chance. But remember, cheers, Wayne. I really appreciate that as well. But yeah, I hope that's not a spoiler, Jordan, because I have said it enough times about spoilers. I hope that's just in awe of him having a chance to maybe make it 2-0 and hasn't. I'm sure it is. I'm sure you know not to put in spoilers. Yeah, I thought it was, Joe. I just wanted to make sure because we've had people before do that, and no worries, mate. Leicester have a corner. It wasn't a spoiler, Wayne. I was just making sure. Good cross into the box, dealt with by Palace initially. Handball chance by Mavididi, and the referee. The handball's given against him. Same, I agree as well. I think we need to do a double commentary for a game to see how it works out when Chris is back. To be honest with you, we have talked about the idea. The only issue we have is we both need to be watching the same stream, so we're not at different points in the game. But it is something we have talked about, Ben. Definitely something that is on the cards potentially to do. Kind of like I'll be the main commentator and Chris will be my Jerry Taggart, that sort of thing. So I've got someone to bounce off. Wayne having a chuckle there. It was nearly a goal by the GOAT. Let's have a chance here. Vardy was being looked at, but this time it was actually read by the Palace defence. I know, no spoilers. No worries, mate. I thought that's what you meant. I just need to make sure. Wow, Faye's running forward. Now, we've seen it a lot from last season, didn't we? Wow, Faye's bursting forward. He's there again. Maguire did it for us a few seasons. French Voldemort, he must not be named, did it for us when he played for us. And well, Faye's bursting through there. The Crystal Palace fans are apoplectic at their defence. Their defence is a shambles when Leicester driving forward. Neil Fessy doing a good job. Sat in my coach, watching Lambton Rugby. The sounds to listen to you drive in today. Glad I'm doing it justice, mate. Appreciate your support and enjoy your egg chucking sport. Crossing to the box over everybody. Okone tried to get there, but he's won a throw in. No, he hasn't. There is the halftime whistle. Boos ring around at Selhurst Park. Jamie Vardy doing Jamie Vardy things. The GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend, the man that ages like fine wine. He has the Foxes 1-0 up at halftime. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go have a drink. I'm going to go water the plants. And once I find the right one that Chris told me to use for a video, you guys go and relax, soak in that first half. It is half time. It's Leicester City, a goal to the good at Selhurst Park. And once I can find the thing to use, I myself go for a break. I will see you for the second half. Well, that's embarrassing. It was supposed to be on a loop. But I hope you've enjoyed your lovely view of the sofa at my house. How are we all doing? Don't know why that was not on a loop, as Chris says. But 1-0 to the Foxes at half time. Cooper's a genius. Never doubted him for a second. Anybody who says that I was slating him and saying Cooper out at the start, it's all lies. It's slander. You can't prove nothing. I mean, unless you go back to the start of the Watchalong and screen grab it. But you're not going to do that, are you? You all love me, don't you? Yeah, you are. Very good commentary, Chris. Chris out of a job. Well, thank you very much for that. It is his channel though, so I don't quite think I've got the power. Maybe an uprising. When he returns, you should come on and say Brad in, Chris out. We'll see how well or how badly that approach goes for the next one. You do have me for a couple of watch-alongs though. Everton being one of them. In fact, the next couple I'm here for. I'm not here for the Arsenal one. Oh, look at that. I put my stream back on and it's a lovely highlight of Vardy's goal. A couple of minutes to go before the second half gets underway. How is everybody feeling now? How is everybody feeling so far? Compared to the team, we were all a bit doom and gloomy. 3 CDMs. Are you on the right? No Ricardo. Cooper's a genius. Never doubted him for a second. Knew he'd get the team right. Knew he'd get there. And the goal, well, it rolled back to 2017-18 sort of era, wasn't it? Wilfred Ndidi nicking it off the midfield, playing a ball straight through the Palace defence. 37, 38, 50, doesn't matter how old he is. Vardy still managed to outrun the defence. And nicked the ball around the goalkeeper and rolled it into the net. No eagle celebration, but still classic Jamie Vardy shit housery on offer. Great feeling, isn't it? Easy there, working so far. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, Anthony, good to see you in, mate. Sorry that your second team Southampton didn't get a win, but from a Leicester point of view, actually, well done Southampton on not getting the win, even if it was against Manchester United. 60 in watching. There's been more of them in throughout the show. 35 likes. Please, guys, smash the like button. A substitution coming on for Crystal Palace. Hughes is coming on. Ex Derby County, I believe, isn't Will Hughes? He's on, I'm guessing, from the number 28. Decent ratio to us, 1 in every 2. I'm not sure who that or what that's about. I'm guessing that's chance around. Skip could be the new Drinkwater and Vardy combined. He can win the ball well. He's done all right. He's done a lot better this game. No, I went outside to have a e-cig as the second half is underway, and the video's titled on a loop. It's supposed to be on a loop, but it's not. So that's why you were staring at me sofa. Definitely not one of them. As Leicester have the ball on his right hand side, dangerously already in the box. It's a chance. It's 2. It's 2-0. What a start! 20 seconds in. Mamadini gets in there. It's Leicester City have doubled their lead straight from kickoff. 23 seconds, not quite 21 seconds to go. Not quite so solid, crew. But Leicester City have doubled their lead here, straight from kickoff. They attack from the off. Ben, you called it. I think we need to attack in the first 15 minutes, try and get a second goal. Oh, your wish is my command. It's Justin with a beautiful cross into the box, but they can't get it clear, and it bounces around. Justin's ball in on the right. Ayew backs off. It's not cleared properly. It bounces around. Wilfred Ndidi, should I say? I'm just watching the chance back here. Didn't get a chance to react. He knocks it back superbly, and it's Mavididi, Leicester City thumps it into an empty net. Leicester City, lightning start to the second half. Yeah, Leicester City, 2 goals to good. I'm going to ignore the comments for a second, not you lovely lot, but it's 2-0 to Leicester. Crystal Palace a chance for 2-1. Oh my God. Flag's gone up, offside. Oh my God. Oh, well, VAR going to look at this, but they've stopped it going 2-1 for now. Couldn't draw breath. Leicester caught flat-footed. Is this offside? We're looking at the chances. A great ball down the left. Yeah, he's just ahead of Wout Face. It's not by much, admittedly, but he doesn't look too confident in himself. He didn't really celebrate the goal. Yeah, he's clearly offside, actually. The goal's not going to stand. Thank goodness for that. But warning signs already there that Leicester City can't rest on their laurels already. As I put in the wrong thing there. They're just checking this, just making sure. It's not confirmed just yet. I don't think it's going to count, but it's an instant response if it does. Yeah. I'm not sure why this is taking so long. Currently, it is 2-0 to Leicester. I'm going to keep it as 2-0. He's offside. Surely he's offside by a mile. Surely this isn't going to get given. Come on, you foxes. Win 3-0. Steffi, baby. Yeah, great goal. How can you be looking at this any longer than you need to be? It's just not. He's not onside. He's not. Onside? Are you blind? He's offside. How are you giving that as a goal? Oh, well, that was short-lived. It's 2-1 to Palace. It's 2-1 to Leicester. Not a clue. Not an absolute Scooby-Doo. How you can see the guy is 3 yards in front of the defence and he's given the goal. I'm lost for words. No sooner are Leicester double their lead than they're pegged back to a 1-goal margin by the most obvious offside goal given. The Palace player didn't celebrate it as if he'd scored. Literally, there is Wout Faze and Justin by the looks of things. There's their defender. There's the striker, sorry. Onside. It's 2-1. And I'm confused. I am confused. I don't know who scored it for Palace. Somebody please give me an insight. I'm trying to refocus because no sooner am I cheering Leicester being 2-0 up, they're dubiously pegged back. PSR revenge? I'm just saying because that's the most offside goal I've ever seen given. Somebody needs to tell me who scored for Palace there so I can edit that out. Yeah, if it was offside, no goal. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't understand because they're looking at it in line with the defenders and he's in front of them. So how is he onside? Leicester not trying to let that random, very strange goal rattle them. Palace trying to rally themselves here. And now all of a sudden Palace getting all the decisions. How strange is that? Indeed, he gets a yellow card. Yeah, it does seem a bit strange. I don't want to say that it's going to be like this, but Leicester City, within an instant of being 2-0 up, have been pegged back to 2-1. Apparently it's Leicester 1, Palace 1, Leicester 22. Mateta, thank you very much, Chris, for that. I'm baffled. I'm honestly 1,000,000% baffled. For me, it just looked like the most clear and obvious offside ever. I'm going to put it at 48 because I think that's when the goal was awarded. I know it wasn't until about 50 minutes until it was given. I don't know his first name either, so he's just going down as Marteta. Well, I mean, game on again. As soon as it, looked like Leicester were in control and got again a quick fire goal. I match of the day that. Jamie Vardy's calling it right there. It looks like a dubious. They say defender far side played him on. Well, I'd love to see that on full screen, Tom. I really would. I'm sure everybody would here. Again, match of the day. Analyse that because from all we've seen on the VR replay, you got two defenders and you've got their bloke, and he's probably that close to them. So on that one, he's offside. Why aren't we seeing full screen? Why aren't they using Euro technology and showing us why that was offside? Is that what Sky say? Is it, Tom? That's what's happened. Show us then so we can see it. They didn't show the line drawn right across the pitch. Again, I don't get it. According to Sky Sports panel, the left back legs playing him onside. Ridiculous, isn't it, mate? Well, by hook or by crook, Palace have got away back into this game after Leicester's quick fire double. Yes, thank you, Anthony. I just noticed I didn't get rid of the 2. So, unfortunately, we're not 22-1 up. I wish we were. Yeah, I'm sure Gary will, mate. I'm sure he'll be showing us how offside it is. Whoa! Like I said, game on. We're, nothing's done yet. 2-1 here. Leicester City lead. Mavididi doubled Leicester's lead 23 seconds into the second half, only for Palace to then get what is clearly a dubious goal back into the game. Marteta, who even he didn't look like, he rolled it into the net. Nah, it's offside. I'm offside. I was offside. Almost adamant that he was offside himself, which makes it a little bit more harder to take that they have got themselves straight back into this game. And do me a favour, if you think you're as confused as I am, hit the like button. There's 74 into it. We've got about 30 odd likes on the stream. I'd love to get us up into the 50 like sort of mark for this video. But yeah, 55 minutes into the second half, Crystal Palace 1, Leicester City 2. Goal scorers, Jamie Vardy after 21 minutes, Mavididi 22 seconds into the second half, and then to give it the benefit of the doubt with a VR check, a shot from distance. Very unlucky by Justin, always on the rise, but just wide and over the bar. Marteta, despite looking offside, the goal was awarded. So there we go. Yeah, I'd love it if it was our goal difference, mate. But I will take this being putting us on 0. Wout Faes pushing hard. Has he? Oh, bloody hell. 3-1 Man City then, if that's the case. Haaland hat-trick. He's a human cheat code, isn't he? As my stream freezes, probably still in disbelief that that Palace have got a goal from there. But if Justin's feet's keeping him on side, then it's ridiculous. Now defenders aren't going to want to stick a leg in the air for fear of their studs being too long and keeping a player on side. Palace trying to roar their players on, the fans getting right behind them now. Really trying to get Palace back into this game. It feels a little bit unjust if they do manage to get in, as Justin does his defensive duties right. We're very, very cruel on Justin to be judged as running alongside. And I don't know. You know how to say offside, shoulder, arm, can't really do anything about it. It's not affecting play. Is stretching your leg really keeping someone on? Because that's, like I said, you're going to have defenders now second guessing whether they should try and stretch and block across and just let it go in naturally, if that's the case. Because Sky saying it was Victor keeping them on, but no one had no one has the shot VR use. Oh, funny that, isn't it? Can you say my name? Shadow, I've said your name. There you go, mate. Welcome to the stream, Shadow. There you go. You've had your moment in the sun. Hope you're enjoying the watch along. Which I can't tell you what's going on because my stream has now froze. So I'll probably catch up. I'm currently on 57 minutes and 53 seconds as the ball goes out wide for Palace here. And that, that offside's given. They won't VAR that. Brad, lots of points this weekend in our predictions. It's safe to say, Brad, you're looking up now. Don't think so, mate, because I got points for Southampton. I'm getting points for this game currently. I'm getting points for Man City. So yeah, mate, you're still looking up at me. And you make it up as you go along, Anthony, I'm sure. And there's still a long way to go in every game. There you go. Leicester now need to get a foothold back in this game. Need to take the stem out of a potential Palace comeback out of the moment. Unless the player goes down injured, Palace get a free kick. I'm just saying. I mean, look, give me a better view of this VAR decision, and he's onside. Fine. I just don't understand how we used better, clearer technology as offside for Palace. So it's a game of offsides. I just don't understand how we can use better, more clarifying technology in the Euros, and I swear we used them before in international football, and yet in the Premier League it's still all squiggly lines and red lines, blue lines, green lines. Why aren't we using the technology that was used in the Euros? Because at least then you could go, okay, yeah, might not be by much, but the rules. He's offside. Not by much, but he's onside. We sat here still annoyed at the decision, but was made. It is. It's gone to a bit of a scrap fest. Palace trying to ride the momentum to get themselves back in this game. Leicester trying to slow things down and get a foothold back in the game. That's their doubled advantage was swiftly wiped out. We're at the hour mark. There's half an hour left to play. It is currently Crystal Palace 1, Leicester City 2. Even more thankful now that Mavridi's got a goal he deserves. He's put in a brilliant performance, to be honest with you. But nothing really going on at the moment. As Leicester have a free kick now. They've put it into the box. The header's won. It's comfortably held, though, by Dean Henderson. Former Palace man Jordan Ayew with the flick-on header. No real power behind it. Was never really concerned for Henderson, who bowls the ball out. I mean, Nottingham Forest are still holding Liverpool to a draw. So right now, Ipswich drawing with Brighton. This win in terms of teams at the bottom, I know Forest aren't near there, but in terms of, you know, teams that we're expecting to be in and around us this season, this is a valuable 3 points for Leicester. If they can see this out, still a long way to go. You'd imagine, including injury time, there's about half an hour or so to go. Leicester seemingly staying in that defensive structure, not wanting Palace to grab an equaliser and find their way back into it. Player goes down, never a penalty. A typical crowd appeal, to be fair. We do that at the KP, but it's never a penalty. As my phone decides to go face planting the keyboard. Yeah, the number 9 just tries to get him behind Oliver Skip and falls over. Easy one for Leicester to deal with. Leicester want to get their foot on the ball, slow this down, kill this Palace momentum. But it's Palace again, winning it in the midfield. But again, it's Wilfred Ndidi breaking it there. He's got Vardy in front of him. He gets away with 1, gets away with 2, but he can't get away with a 3rd, and he's lost the ball. And now Palace are trying to counter-attack and break away here. Eze, great ball over the top. Great defensive block though by FaZe. Gets it on, so Cole shielding it out on the left-hand side. Palace are looking dangerous. Leicester need to deal with this bout of pressure by Crystal Palace. Eze on the ball, cutting inside. He's made a run out on the left-hand side. Great ball over to him. Leicester shield it. The ball apparently hasn't gone out of play. Cross comes in. Header can't get any direction on it. And now Leicester trying to counter-attack. Wilfred Ndidi plays it into Skips on the left-hand side. Knocks it in front. Nathaniel Klein. Another OAP on the pitch, but using all his experience. And puts the ball out for a throw into Leicester halfway inside the Crystal Palace half. Substitution for Crystal Palace. Funny enough, the man who's just put it out for throw-in, Nathaniel Klein, is going to come off. Intelligent by Skip there, getting it up the pitch. He's coming off, and number 18, Kamada is coming on for Crystal Palace. First change going on for Crystal Palace. Ben, much appreciated, mate. Glad you're all enjoying the commentary, and I hope I'm bringing you a great visual to what's going out onto the pitch during this watch along, as the throw-in is scrambled between Palace and Leicester. Palace break away with it here, but it's given straight back to Leicester, who have it now without FaZe. Time on the ball for FaZe. No pressure by the Leicester defence, by the Palace forwards. Justin hobbling a little bit there, but he's asked for the ball on the left, but he doesn't get it, as the ball's flicked on by Vardy, but in vain to nobody. And Palace now have it at the back. Henderson kicks it out to Leicester's right, Palace's left. Switching the play slowly over to the right-hand side. Still a long way to go to convince me 20 million, but he's doing better than we did expect, Wayne. I will admit he's having a good game today. More than pleased. So Palace have a chance on the edge of the box. Shot comes in, it's blocked by Leicester. Leicester defending deep and defending well, trying to ride out this constant wave of Palace pressure. But Palace have it now on the left-hand side. And Nketiah trying to break free. He's had a brilliant game for Palace, it has to be said. Probably will be bemoaning he hasn't got a goal himself. Hughes plays the ball into Eze, but indeed he takes it forward. And Skip is infuriated that he hasn't been given a free kick there. Leicester defending well. Free kick given to Leicester for a dive, maybe, by Nketiah. Yellow card, ref. 65, 66 minutes into the game. No, it looks like it's maybe for a prior contact and not the dive. But that was a handball by Hughes. That should have been given. The referee's not given that. Very poor officiating. Yeah, Hughes I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that's free kick to us, but we'll take it. The decisions have been very much his favour since that goal, he says dubiously. Well, I didn't say dubiously, I said on the dubious goals panel. As Leicester trying to play an attack, but IU's never going to reach that, I'm afraid. But it allows Leicester a chance to settle back into their shape. All eyes on Cooper. Does he make any changes? Does he feel a need to change it? Despite the quick-fire goal from Palace to bring us back to 2-1, Leicester still have the lead in this game. They are looking for their first 3 points of the season. And Forest fans will tell you that's hard to come by with Cooper at Forest, but they have a chance to get the ball in, but it's well dealt with by, I believe, Christensen. Leicester trying to break away, but Palace win it high up in the half again. Palace pressing well. A ball through. It's deflected through, and then Nketiah's missed a chance. Oh, how many more chances are we going to allow Nketiah to have? He has missed another chance to get Palace level in this game, get himself on the score sheet, and this is all one-way traffic, I am afraid, for Leicester City at the moment. They are having to dig deep. He gets the shot in. He's dragged it across goal. It was always going wide, to be fair, but he's surely going to put one of these chances away, you feel. I don't want him to, obviously, but you will feel he's not going to miss another opportunity like that if it comes his way. Leicester playing long ball football now. It's a great ball by Christensen, though, into the wide space, to be fair. Mavididi, since his goal, hasn't been that active in the attacking sense. Although, to be fair, Leicester haven't been in an attacking sense. Ball over the top, tried to play into Mavididi. Too much on it, and Jordan Henderson comes to the edge of his box to collect it. And again, it's another wave of Palace pressure. They have it just on the halfway line now, out to left-hand side. Eze looking to drive in the midfield. He gives the ball on to substitute Hughes, trying to play it out left, but he's being shielded well by the Leicester midfield, forcing them all the way back to Dean Henderson. Leicester happy to sit back and allow Palace to have the ball whilst it's not in dangerous areas, but they need to be better on the ball when they win it here. As I say that's very well won by Leicester. A counter-attack in here. Oh, great defending. Great defending by Palace. Vardy was nearly in for his second. It's the guy who was at mistake. Was it Vardy? Was it Skip? I just need to see this a little bit more clearer. I think it was Skip. It was well broke up in the middle. Crystal Palace caught being like today's on the ball. A through ball. I believe it was Skip. Again, apologies. I'm watching this on the phone. It can be quite hard to distinguish who's who. And that was, he beat the defender who made a last-ditch sliding effort. The only chance had of getting the ball, he got it perfectly, had to get it perfectly, because if he made connection with the man, it was a penalty. And if he didn't, Skip was going to be through, surely, for 3-1 to Leicester. Hate to say it, but it was great defending by Palace to keep the scoreline at 2-1 to the Foxes, as a cross harmlessly came into Leicester box, easily dealt with by Hermansen. But Wildfires falls back to Hermansen, who hoofs the ball well into the Palace half. It's become very long ball and direct football from Leicester. Wildfires, difficult ball to Hermansen, but he's done well. And Hermansen found Ndidi with his goal kick, but his touch lets him down. And again, it's another attack that Palace can create here, another chance for Palace. And I've got ball on the right. Flick on, not managed to get any contact onto. Ball's kept out on the left, but it's going to run out for a Leicester player. 71 minutes on the clock. It is still the Foxes leading this game 2-1. Substitutions, I believe, are being made. The referee's blown his whistle, as Leicester will want this. They'll want to take the sting out of the game. It's Mavididi, the goal scorer for Leicester, coming off. Mavididi, brilliant performance for Leicester. Brilliant 70 minutes. Great to see him in the lineup. Well done, Mavididi. Got Leicester that all-important second goal right now that has them in the lead. And it is Abdul Fatawu who is coming on for the Foxes. Does that mean Ayew switches to the left and Fatawu will come on the right? We'll wait to see. But Fatawu is on for goal scorer and contender man of the match, Mavididi. 71 minutes it's taken for Cooper to make his first substitute of the. Leicester have a throw in here on the right hand side that they are attacking the way it is. But as it is, my stream has frozen. It's back now. The mouse stream's the best. It might freeze sometimes, but never for long. Sorts itself out. But they do need to get their foot on the ball and control possession for a little bit. It has been a little bit direct, a little bit long ball by Leicester. And Didi goes down there, no free kick warden. Eze has it on halfway line. He goes inside to Hughes. Agree, Wayne. We do need to keep that ball a little bit better than we have been doing. Sending it along's fine, allowing a reset, but Palace keep creating opportunities. You feel like an equaliser cannot be too far behind for the Eagles. Leicester batting away. They've won a throw-in just inside their own half. First bit of action for Fatawu is to win a free kick for a throw-in for the Foxes on the left-hand side. Instructions being barked out by the Palace manager, trying to urge his team to keep going. No sign from Cooper yet. From the cameras as Palace win the ball in midfield, cantering forward, great ball through, well shepherded out by Justin, to be fair, kept Eze goal side of him, and Hamadson easily able to come and collect the ball. Is this the first time we've seen Fatu play on the left under either manager? Well, I think he's already switched to the right, but if he hasn't, then maybe this is the first time he's switched him over to the left. It'd be interesting to see what he can do. But Justin has won Leicester a free kick just inside, still deep in their half. Justin plays it all the way back to Wout Faze, who switches it to a Colai. Both centre-back pairings has had a good performance so far. Thanks for that reminder that we haven't won away from home in the Premier League since February 2023. Needed that stat bringing up. Very encouraging to bring that on. Palace have it at their own back line. Got to hold on now and try and make it 3-1, kill the game off. Well, I mean, if a dubious offside wasn't given, we might be comfortably 2-0 up, Lou. But I agree. A third goal would surely kill off any Palace resistance here. A poor ball in the middle, but Palace get fortunate this time. It bounces straight back to them. And again, Nketiah's coming with the ball. He's driven into the box, and Leicester get bodies in front of it, but Palace are knocking on that Leicester door, and it feels like it could be a matter of time before Palace breach that barricade again and find themselves an equaliser. Yeah, he does seem to be a little bit cold, doesn't he, Wayne? He doesn't seem to be enjoying this brisk September, autumny weather. But he needs to warm up and get going quickly. So another dangerous ball into the box, cleared at the first attempt by Leicester. But they are just inviting wave after wave of Palace pressure. It is to be expected, I guess, being away from home and being a goal behind, that Palace are controlling and dominating the ball at the moment. But Leicester just maybe need to get their feet on the ball, string a few passes together, try and drag Palace out, get their numbers forward so we can get in behind them and hit them early on. Is there a substitution coming? The referee's whistle. It is a chance. Eze took too long with his chance. Great defending by Coley. Brighton still 0-0 with Ipswich. Cole's having a great game here. Wilfred Ndidi is indeed coming off. Hamza Chowdhury coming on, so it's like for like, still no change in shape or formation. Hamza Chowdhury coming on. It is indeed, Ronald. It is squeaky bum time, and I am not McLovin it. Let's say that much. Although Leicester are still 2-1 to the good in this Premier League game at the moment. Ever more thankful for that quick fire goal from Mavididi. It is, as things stand at the moment, the goal that is going to give Leicester all 3 points in this fixture. Still 13 and a half minutes to go plus stoppage time. Leicester surely cannot just sit back and defend this lead. Palace come forward again, ball into the box, dealt with the first time by Leicester, sort of cleared for the second time, but it's straight back to Palace. They're coming again now, Palace. That's what she said. As Leicester deal with it the first time again, but again, it just goes back to Crystal Palace. They're coming down this right-hand side. It's wave of pressure by Palace. Kamana comes on the substitute. It did look awkward. Half-hearted appeals for handball, and also some groans that the cross just wasn't that good. Justin deals with the ball into the box. Ayew dancing his way out. Magic feet. Oh, magic by Jordan Ayew. Crystal Palace, you'll never see that. But again, Skip runs into trouble and he gives away a free kick on the right-hand side on the halfway line. Here, Jordan Ayew, magic feet by Ayew there. Carried the ball well out of danger, drove the ball well, got up to halfway line, and then Skip didn't quite get his feet right or the pass right, and in the end gave away a free kick. 78 minutes now on the clock. Still 2-1 to the Foxes, but it is all Crystal Palace at the moment. That's a cynical foul. Abdul Fattah, Jordan Ayew, sorry, against his former club. He has given away a cynical foul. It's on the left-hand side of the box. It's a dangerous free kick for Leicester. Deserved yellow card for Ayew. Clumsy foul. I'm not really any sure there's a need for it either. He does get a bit of the ball, but he's on the stretch. The free kick was always going to get given. Dangerous position for Leicester City. And again, I don't think it was needed. I think Justin and Woutface had it covered and blocked. This is where Palace will look. Typical Jordan. As I praise him, he goes and does that. And as you praise him as well, he goes and does that. Bite your nails. Put your hands over your eyes. Eze over the free kick. It's a 3-man wall for the Foxes. This is practically on the corner of the box. He goes for goal and he hits the wall. And the referee has... Woutface has absolutely sparked out. Stopped the fight. That ball hit him square in the face. It's a head injury. The Palace fans are apoplectic. I can sort of sympathise with them in the sense that we'd be doing the same. But my God, that was straight right on the old snoz, as people would say. The referee has to stop it for a potential head injury and a concussion test. Credit to the referee, whether you think it's right or not. Part of the game should be allowed to play on, but with concussion rules in football, the referee has done the right job. 10 minutes to go in this game. Another body thrown forward by Palace. It's another striker coming on. Another forward man, at least, I know, for Palace. Sarr is coming on for Munoz for Palace. They are going for broke. The kitchen sink is being thrown as we speak. Sarr is coming on for Munoz. Munoz, who made a vital interception, may I say, in stopping Leicester potentially grabbing a third goal from Oliver Skipp, who was through on goal had he not made the brilliant stand. They are going for it. Everybody up. Sink and kitchen thrown. Palace restart it with a drop ball, which they are allowed to get. It's uncontested by Leicester, which is fair to the referee to do that. Cleared. It's a poor cross into the box, and now Leicester have a chance to counter. effort, a wild effort. I mean, Henderson was off his line. Not the right decision, in my opinion. 8 out of 10 for effort, 0 out of 10 for execution. Halfway line, off his line, but not what Leicester would really want to be seeing. They want to be keeping hold of the ball. Could have allowed Leicester to get forward and stop wave of Palace's attackers. They've got a ball in across the box. It goes across the face of goal. And it's a... that was another let-off. Luckily, Crystal Palace, I don't want to jinx it, but they haven't been all too great from crosses into the box. Leicester are making themselves a change. It looks like Connor Cody is going to come on for Jordan Ayew. So, in contrast to what Palace are doing, it is Jordan Ayew who gets a round of applause from Crystal Palace fans. I like that. Respect for your old player. He didn't do them any dirty. He wasn't getting off of the contract he wants. He gets a high five from one of his former team. Well, a high five from a great reception. Respect to the Palace fans, because it's easy to boo an ex-player. His name is getting sung by both sets of fans. Cody on for Ayew. Leicester going defensive as Palace are throwing everything at them in what remains of this game. 82.5 minutes in. Palace for the cross in. Again, it's overhit, but it does fall for Sarr. He's got a lot of work to do and Leicester deal with it well. I believe that was Skip who defended that well. Yeah, Jordan, you're right. You cannot doubt. No, it was Cody's first introduction into the game. Palace have only had 2 shots on goal. Unfortunately for Leicester, one of them was a goal. So they've not really threatened too much. An awkward header. Oh, dear. Tyreek Mitchell had a wild shot. Nottingham Forest have beaten Liverpool. Christian, 83.5 minutes. Something's gone on. Christiansen seemed to be shoulder barged into the net. Well, will VAR look at this? No, nothing given. VAR doesn't need to get involved. And Leicester breathing a little bit sigh of relief. But still, Palace throwing it up. You see, Brad, the sub proves Cooper isn't defensive. Yeah, well, to be fair, Palace have thrown 4 or 5 men forward. Leicester need to make sure that the numbers are there to stem the attacks. It has, to be honest with you, pretty much since Palace got that goal straight back. Has been all Palace in the attacking sense. Leicester have had half chances, but nothing concrete to break away with since that goal. Like I said, 23 seconds in the second half. Palace and Nketiah. Oh, what a challenge. What a challenge. That is a superb challenge. I don't know what the Palace fans are moaning about. It's a corner to Palace, though. But Nketiah turned Hamza, but brilliant challenge by Fatawu. It was a fair challenge, nothing wrong with it. Comes off Cody last. Ball goes out for a Palace corner. 5 minutes left. I do not need this. Wow. The corner was so poor it went out for a throw-in after being cleared by Leicester. It's thrown to Hughes. My stream decides to fail me now. Cross comes into the box. Again, it's not cleared brilliantly by Leicester. It bobs around. A shot deflects off Christensen. And it's a backs-to-the-wall job. Please, for my heart, because I cannot take all this pressure for Crystal Palace. 73 of you, and please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're new, because this is strenuous for me to take. It's still 2-1 to the Foxes. Cross comes in. Again, Leicester deal with it. Goes back out wide for Palace to launch another cross into a box. Another attempt. Fulham's still 1-0 up against West Ham. Overhit cross, but Palace win it. And then Marteta, the goal scorer who got Palace back into this game, but his header always going high, always going wide, and Leicester breathe another sigh of relief. I still can't believe what I'm seeing. It is still, yes, I am seeing it right. Liverpool are losing to Nottingham Forest. Bloody typical. But as long as Leicester do their job, Southampton losing, Ipswich drawing, it will all do well for Leicester in their bid to survive. As again, another half chance for Leicester, but this one headed back to Dean Henderson in goal, and he's allowed to launch another attack for Crystal Palace. Don't know about zero sugar. I'm going to have no energy left after all this. As Palace are coming down their left-hand side here. Ball played into the middle. Will Hughes, the former Derby County man, looking to start Palace a chance. Mateta could have been thrown goal. Brilliant bit of goalkeeping. Brilliant goalkeeping by Madsen. Read the danger superbly. Leicester defence caught napping. Mateta rang in between Faze and Kolo, but Madsen read the danger well out to get there and get it cleanly. It is an old curse for Liverpool. Slots running out of luck, if you will. Typical maybe, but I'm in dreamland. I'm sure you are, Luke. I mean, that's a huge 3 points for you if you can hold on to that. It is stressful, Ben. Palace have it on the left, but again, Leicester dealing with crosses into the box. Mateta, another header over the bar. Well, if Leicester win this game, Palace fans and their manager will be kicking themselves because they have had many a chance to get the second goal and get the point from this game. It's a great ball into the box, and in fact, it's the first time Leicester don't deal with the cross. He is backtracking, and then that's so that it isn't a goal for Leicester. Tyreek Mitchell's come off. And a former Fox, Jeffrey Schlupp. Nobody's scared of a Jeffrey, but he's on. They really are going for this. Leicester backs the wall. Great sliding challenge there by Connor Cody. Great to see you too, LCFC, back in there. Jamie Vardy just saying, last time we played, there was 3 managers ago. Yeah, it was. Hamadson has been brilliant. I agree with you. We are 89 minutes waiting to see how long as the cross comes into the box, and again it avoids everybody. No touch on there, and it's out for a goal kick. And if any more breaths of sighs of relief are taken by Leicester, that would have taken the whole entire oxygen supply out of Selhurst Park, because yet again a ball into box, dangerous one from Palace, goes unpunished. And this will be a huge 3 points for Leicester. We have 15 seconds left of normal time. How long to be added on? I need an e-cig. This stress is getting to me. Ball in the air. Henderson comes and collects it well under Vardy's watchful eye. Palace trying to launch a quick counter-attack. 5 minutes added on. Ball over to the top, and Ketia, who's been Palace's best player for me. Oh, no. That's a penalty. Cody, you... For God's sake! And Leicester look like they're about to chuck away 3 points. Connor Cody... Just rush of blood. It's a clear penalty. Connor Cody, you have just cost us 3 points. Madsen has to bail us out. Oh, that's horrendous by Cody. No wonder the likes of Vestergaard. Oh, another stoppage time penalty. Marteta. Oh, Madsen, please. You're not going to, are you? It's going to be 2-2. Goal. It's been coming. It has been coming. I cannot say it's not deserved. They didn't deserve the first goal, dubious as it was. But unfortunately, Benny couldn't save it. Marteta grabs his second. That one is... Connor Cody, you have just cost us. You have just cost us this game. You have cost us 3 points. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed because he's just ruined all the good work by the defence. Bring on... Yeah, I do as well, Ben. He 100% takes the blame. He has cost us 3 points in a game that... It was so stupid by Connor Cody. Absolute stupidity by Connor Cody has cost Leicester 3 points. It should be, it's not. Well, now, yeah, Paul, we do. We need to somehow now hold on for a point that should have never been. We should be getting all 3. I'm so annoyed. Connor Cody, that is stupid, that is foolish, and that is reckless. It is not needed. I mean, I don't think we'll go down if we beat teams like Palace, because despite all their waves of pressure, we've been good value for the win. We've defended well. We haven't let them really have too many shots on target. They'd only had 2 shots on target until the penalty. It was one careless, stupid decision, and I'm fuming. Don't play for us again, Cody, if that's how you defend. If you're going to crap yourself at that moment when we need you to concentrate, and here come Palace, they could win it here. I can't speak, guys. I'm that nervous now, thinking we're going to completely throw this away. We're going to do an Everton here. No matter how dubious the offside was for the first goal, again, this is so... I feel so conflicted because Palace have had most of the ball and pretty much all the chances. Oh, God, Cody. We've dealt with everything pretty much. We've defended well. We've recovered well. We've put in blocks. We've seen the ball out. Palace haven't created too many clear-cut chances with all they've had of the ball, and a stupid mistake is going to cost us 3 points. And this is so annoying because this is the game that, had you said to me before kickoff, would I take the point? I said, yeah, I'd take the points away from home. Get points away from home, win your home games, you're going to have a decent season. But is it just me, or should we have gone for a third goal? We always give up points when we sit back and defend. See, it's easy to say that when this sort of thing happens. But like I said, realistically, minus this ludicrous brain-dead challenge by Cody to give them a penalty, Palace haven't actually had that clear a cut of chance. Yes, they've had the ball and they've been in our box a lot, but we've defended really well. But here we are. And there goes the full-time whistle. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed in the manner that it's happened. I really am annoyed. And I don't like to blame one individual for it, but it is. Attack is the best form of defense. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I don't like the 3 at the back idea, and it's killed us today. It should have been, Bonetti or Canoes coming on. If you're going to throw bodies forward, why not try and get in behind? I agree. I know. The FA Cup final VAR saved us, but that nearly cost us, didn't it? That nearly cost us then. Different scenario, I understand, but the same outcome. I'm going to just see if Luke comes on at full time. It is gutting. I agree. Yeah, 2 defenses. You have 2 game-changing players on the bench. The thing is, sorry, you can hear my phone as it swapped over to the Man City game. The thing is, it's a game that before kickoff you'd have been very happy with a point, and it now feels like a loss, doesn't it? And I know that sounds silly because a point away from home is still a good point away from home. But it's the manner in which we've given the point up. We've dropped 2 points from one reckless decision. And unfortunately, that's football, guys. That is football. One reckless decision, one lapse in concentration, and that's essentially what it was. Has cruelly cost us all 3 points. And it's a kick in the teeth. Because up until that moment, like I said, yes, Palace had a lot of the ball, but we had dealt with everything they were throwing at us. They'd only had 2 shots on target, despite all that possession. And even though the goal felt like it was going to come eventually, to concede it in that manner is just so point. And yeah, Tom, you are right. It is a good point. It is annoying, but it is a good point. It's the way we've done it that stings me. It's such a kick in the teeth to play so well, to defend so resolutely, to not let the dubious VAR goal unsettle us. And like Paul says, to defend so well is just makes it hard to take, doesn't it? Guys, I'm gonna go take a couple of minutes break. Hopefully this time I can sort it out so that you're not staring at the sofa when I come back. Go and take a breather. Go and let that sink in. I'll be a couple of minutes, and we'll have if Luke isn't able to join us at when I come back, I'll do a quick summary of the game and we'll end things there. But I'll see you in a few.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel now and make sure you never miss another upload. Leave a
Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV
For all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels.
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
Yes, come on, you foxes, indeed. Unfortunately, 3 points taken out of our grasp by just a horrible decision making by Connor Cody. And as much as it was awful and it was, can we really blame Connor Cody for the goal? Instinctively, yes. He reckless challenge, clear penalty, has to be his fault. But also, we're talking about a player, and I've just gone and had a little break and a calm down about it. We're also talking about a defender that we signed, as a real coup from Wolves, and was going to be the main. We all thought was going to be a main player in this team. He's probably had about 90 minutes collectively of football, give or take. Question has to be asked: should he have either A, countered Palace chucking the quick, kitchen sink and gone attacking, You know, that may have been the other option to have gone there, put an attacking midfielder on and tried to get in behind them while they're committing men forward. It's easy in hindsight to say that when you can see such a late devastating equaliser. Or maybe instead of putting Connor Cody, who hasn't played much football, who for the second season in a row came back to us injured and is only just getting up to speed, maybe you should have put Vestergaard on. Maybe that was the man who should have come on if you're going to try and shore us up and see the game out with 3 at the back. Agree, Ronald. I mean, it was a big game anyway. I mean, that old cliche, all the games are going to be big this season. But it's a kick in the teeth, but there's a lot of positives to come out of that game. We obviously won't be doing our usual analysis post-match because obviously Chris is in Australia. In case you think Chris has found the fountain of youth, no, this is Brad. You don't adjust your screens, don't get your eyes checked. It isn't Chris, it is just Brad. So I'm going to give a brief aftermath summary of the game. Just going to go through your comments for you lovely people that stuck around and stayed into the end. After that disappointing late draw. I still rate Cody. He needs more minutes to get to the flow. I've never seen a fan sticking people in the last 10 minutes unless it's time waste. Yeah, I'm with you again. Yes, the challenge ultimately cost us a point, 2 points, but at the end of the day, that's football. It's a cruel mistress, and it's gonna get there as bad as it is. Brookline, see, this is the thing. Let me just shut the door so you guys can hear me. The way the lines were drawn, it looked like, well, when it's offside. I mean, the guy himself, Marteta. There goes my dog. You're right on cue. Here's a noisy box. Marteta himself didn't even celebrate. He knew he was in front of the 2 centre backs. Now, I don't know. I'm a bit discrepanting this here, and people are easily going to say, "Oh, wow, yeah, well, you were going to say that you're a Leicester fan." I'm going to try and look at this as if it wasn't a Leicester incident. If this was Crystal Palace, if this was any other team in any division, and this goal is given, I fear for the game of football and how the game will change if you're telling me now that Justin cannot put his leg in the air because if he's if he's too tall, right, and he's stretching his leg, you're potentially playing somebody onside. I cannot fathom, right, because there's no contention. There's no contention. Matej, I can't even say his name. Mateta was very convinced in himself that he was in front of the centre backs, so it weren't going to stand. So that's not what we're contesting here, right? What we're contesting is how can you justify saying he's onside because a defender's trying to block it with his leg dangling in the air? The rest of Justin's not playing him onside. I don't understand. Now, I suppose you could say, well, that's karma. Leicester used the rule books to the letter of the law to get away with PSR. Letter of the law says he's level with a part of a defender's body, so therefore he's onside. And I get it. I get that that's probably the justification for the goal. Where's the common sense? Because I will say this, if he's onside by dangling his leg in the air, trying to get a block, we're never going to see that in football. We're never going to see that in football. You're never going to see a wing back or a covering trap back in midfield or anybody out there dare throw a leg out again. Seeing that? Because they'll be so fearful that their leg that they don't have much control over is playing someone onside. They just won't. Justin is forever going to second guess whether it's worth him throwing his leg up in the air to try and get a block on, for fear that if he doesn't get a block on it and they score from it, his big toe is going to keep him onside. It's ridiculous in my opinion. So is the idea that a guy doing that is offside because his arm's ahead of play. I understand that an arm can't affect play, so why is that offside? And I can understand people saying, yeah, but your foot can interfere with play. But it didn't interfere with Mateta's run. It didn't interfere with him standing offside. It didn't stop him being stood willingly and knowingly by his reaction to when the ball hit the back of the net of him knowing he was already offside. Because if you take that from Justin's standing position, Justin's playing him offside. Now, match today is going to be very interesting. Assuming we don't get 2.5 seconds of highlights and skipped over pretty much because we're not the top 6. I want to, and I will be watching match today tonight to see what they have to say about it. Because I cannot fathom how that is classed as playing someone onside. Justin's stood further back than our centre backs. He's leaning back. There is no way that Mateta himself is behind the players. Look at him. Look at him. Watch that goal back. Go and find some highlights that are probably already up. Mateta lams it into the back of the net as if to go, oh, I'm offside, but I would have bloody scored it if I'd stayed onside. That's the sort of goal he scores, ladies and gentlemen of non-binaries. That's the sort of goal he literally scored. He got the ball, lammed it in the net and went, oh, well, it's not going to count. I was offside. My bad. I mistimed my run. And that was it. So, something needs to be done with the rules. Something needs to be done with the rules. And I think you need to go back to daylight. We're not talking a bloody blade of grass attached to your stud offside. I want to see pure, clear daylight. I want to be able to get a double-decker bus, essentially, through the gap on the screen. I want to be able to look at that and go, oh, I can get my head through that gap he's had offside. End of discussion. End of discussion. And I don't want it to be, oh, but his shoulders leaning slightly forward, so he's offside, or oh, his boots in the air, so he's playing him onside. No. Go off the players that are actually impacting the decision making. Because Justin putting his leg in the air does not impact Mateta's decision making in making his run too quickly. Talk about like goal time blue in the face as well as their other goal, I suppose. We'll move on. Cheers for the excellent Watchalong, Brad. Chin up, everybody. Yeah, thanks, Wayne. Appreciate everybody's support. Make sure on your way out, guys, if you can hit the like button, that would be great. It will cheer me up. And again, we go again. And I will say this much. If we defend and we play, we defend like we did for that 9.5 minutes, and we play like we did for 45 minutes and 23 seconds against Everton and teams like that, we'll do fine this season. We'll pick up more wins than we will losses. So whilst it hurts, whilst I'm gutted that we've dropped a point the way we have, I'm not going to sit here and think it's all doom and gloom, because there is still a lot of positives to take from that, despite the way we've ended up dropping points. I mean, again, he could have Paul. But again, the joys of football and the joys of hindsight being a wonderful thing. Although, please do not get bean sauce in your eyes. If he'd have done that and then Palace scored and then scored again and we lost the game like Everton did to Bournemouth, we'd be crucifying him, saying, "Oh, well, he should have put Cody on. He should have thrown in defence. He should have sat men behind the ball." It's sod's law and how it goes. And had Cody not made that challenge, we wouldn't be talking about whether he should have done this and whether he'd done that. I'm not gonna say that from that perspective, but I get where you're coming from. He could have put him on and we could have gone and scored a third and we'd be sitting here saying Cooper's genius, what a great sub. It is what it is. Great performance from Cody, comes on and gives away a penalty. I'm sure he'll get a few looks from his teammates in the dressing room for that one, won't he, Vards? Look like a relegation team again? I don't think so, John. Again, like I said, yes, Palace almost inevitably getting buoyed up by the goal, went all at us, threw the kitchen sink at us, and through a very, very fortunate bit of luck, the one being a lapse in concentration from our defence through that entire game, gave them away to get an equaliser, and unfortunately for us, they took it. We can't bring home 3 points in games like this today, no chance of staying up. Against Fala, Crystal Palace are a decent side, and away from home, that the old cliche is if you get points away from home and you can find a way to win your home games, you'll do all right this season. And again, look, we're saying all this now. I get it. It's just after a very hard to take late goal conceded. But if we're going to meet Everton next week, all will be forgotten. It won't matter. It'll be old news. We're going, 4 points, 1 against Palace, 3 against Everton, happy days. And we'll put this in the rearview mirror, as they say. Again, heat at the moment, I take this as John, and I get that he's going to get a lot of heat put on him. People aren't going to be very happy. I'm not very happy with him. I think he was a right idiot for his decision making there. But again, he'd not long been on. He's hardly played for us. Maybe this is a sign that we need to give him more game time. Having said that, a Carolo and Faze, you're not replacing them at the moment. Not even Vestergaard gets back in that team for me, and he's been playing at the start of the season. They were superb today for me. I cannot, and that's saying we conceded 2 goals. Neither of the goals are their fault. They were in the right position to play Marteta offside for his first goal, and they don't give away the penalty for the second goal. So for me, the centre backs had a great game. Maybe if you're going to go Desperado and put 3 at the back, you do put Vestergaard on instead. The goal was onside. He cut the ball back, and the scorer was onside. Again, I'm only going off the very one dubious replay I was shown. It's obviously right. They've get the decision as onside. I'm sure Match of the Day and that will clear it up. I'm sure highlights will show it a lot better and clear it up. We have to take it. It is what it is. We'll have decisions go for us and against us with it. No doubt. We'll probably have a decision in the near future go our way and people will bemoan it. The game of football is ruined with VAR bullshit. Sorry, it's a side. If the side man and ref can't see it, it's the way it should say. Again, I'm inclined to agree with you, Ben. We had the joys, despite it being from a lower division, the joys of being able to celebrate a goal and just get on with things. Well, it is something that will be forever missed in football. Because if the flag's not up, it counts and you could enjoy it. Cooper's fault, should never put Cody on in the first place. But again, Vardy, it's easy to say that when these outcomes happen. I appreciate and totally understand. I've got to be a professional on camera. I am just as fuming as you lot about him doing it. But had Cody not made that challenge and they don't get a penalty and the referee blows his whistle and it ends 2-1 to Leicester, we don't make a fuss about it, do we? We don't care that he put, whether he put Danny Ward at the back or Cody. If there's no, if that tackle doesn't go in and he doesn't give away a penalty, then it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, this is just the cruel mistress that is football. Rich says, I felt like we needed legs by replacing Ndidi, Mavididi and Ayew instead of going for 5 at the back. It's just a shame that the knee-jerk tackle from Cody was in slow motion. Yeah, but also it was a penalty in real time anyway. Cody's reaction told you all you needed to know. He was gutted, and I do feel sorry for him. Obviously, he's not done it on purpose. It is what it is. It happens in the game of football. And like I said, I'm sure during this long and winding season, he will do more good for us than harm, and we'll get decisions given for us like that, as well as against us. So it is. Nobody's going to cause a fuss about a big 6. Again, Vardy, I'm going to agree with you, big man. But it's hard to take, isn't it? And it should be looked at. Preaching to the choir, Matt. And the annoying thing is, and I've said this 1,000,001 times, and I'm going to say it one more time, this sport has made a laughingstock out of technology by acting as if it's the only sport and the first sport to ever have technology of any kind in it, of this caliber. Tennis, cricket, rugby, probably even tiddlywinks have better use of technology than we do in football. And again, it's overcomplicating the rules that make it such a farce. VAR could be a brilliant thing for football. Trust me, it could be. Again, and when it came into other sports, they were backs against the wall, didn't like it. There was a lot of resistance against it, but they evolved it. They did this weird thing, guys, called, and believe me or not, it is true. What they did is they used these ears, right, and they could hear that the crowd watching the game, whether it was a tennis game or a cricket game or a rugby game, getting disgruntled, voicing their opinions of what they were disgruntled about. And they went, oh, well, how about, what if we do put it on a big screen so you can see why the decisions were given? Okay. Oh, you mean you'd like to hear the reason why a decision is given? Because sometimes the replay isn't clear as to why that decision was given. Oh, how about we let you hear what's being said and why the decision's given? Cricket might be paint dry, but you go and watch them do a review when they ask the umpire why wasn't that given out. I think he's out. You see it, you hear it, we hear it at home, the crowd hear it in the stadium. It's such an easy fix, and it is so infuriating. Rodgers like decision to bring on defenders and seal the game. I said it about the FA Cup final against Chelsea. Yes, we got away with that. VAR was brilliant on that day. We all loved VAR then, didn't we? But, again, that nearly cost us, because had it not been for VAR, that goal would have stood and we'd have been stuck with 3 defenders on the pitch going into extra time. Ben, bad guy, says he's been professional here, but when the stream is over, he'd be thrashing his sitting room. Oh yeah, mate, I've already ordered a new laptop. This one's going straight over my knee. I'm gonna flip the sofas and everything. Great for that. VR can be opened up to corruption. I think that's a fan's sort of cop out to say that, although the referees and officials and ex-officials don't help themselves with some of the things to say, but I do get what you're saying. But again, yeah, just like rugby union, rugby league, all the other sports barring football, this is key. If we can see and hear why a decision's being made, whether we're happy with it or not, doesn't matter. We'll be going, oh, yeah, he is offside. I can see that now. Oh, right. And that's why he's offside, because so-and-so is playing. Oh, that's annoying. But, would not make us feel any better that the decision's gone against us, or doesn't ruin the fact that, a decision goes for us for it, but would be more understanding, and VAR would feel a lot more part of the game. And like I said, it's almost like we're not the only sport that has technology and has used it for years and years before football got it. They do it in American soccer, so they should do it again. Bloody hell, the Americans are even doing it better than we do. Why can't the English game get it right? The goal should have been offside. We would have won that 2-1. But again, A, it wasn't, and B, maybe you could also argue that they say in football you're most susceptible to concede a goal after just scoring. Well, there must have been. I mean, I know I timed the goal there at 48, but that's because by the time I kind of figured out, because I wasn't anticipating it being given. It's 48 there, but we scored at 45 minutes and 22 seconds or 23 seconds. So we scored 22 seconds into the second half. Within a minute and 30 of that, and you're talking a continuous clock. So you're talking, getting back into position, Palace kicking it off and building the attack. Within the same amount of time, Palace got the goal back, and whether it should have stood or not, it doesn't matter. We maybe should have defended better and been a bit more switched on, although, again, I say we should be more switched on. You can't be more switched on than what you're doing your job right in the middle of the park. But I digress. Well, Kyle, that is news to everybody else. You're blaming Rodgers. Most people probably blame Rudkin. I'm surprised no one said I'm blaming Rudkin for the goal. It's probably Daka's fault as well. Some people like to blame people who don't even play at the moment with injuries. But look, there we go, guys. Whether we feel their goals were just or not, and again, I appreciate the way we've dropped points. It does feel like a defeat in doing so. The way we've done it, the way we've dropped 2 points. But look at it this way. If I just quickly try and put a positive onto the game, play like that and defend like that for the remainder of this season, we're not going to lose too many games. We might get a few more draws in the situation, but we're certainly not going to lose it. And here's another positive. Only Wolves and Everton, who Everton play, Wolves play, who do they play? Everton, wherefore art thou, Everton? Everton play Aston Villa away from home, and Wolves have Newcastle. So worst case scenario, we would still be outside the bottom 3 if both them teams were to win. And to be honest with you, I can't see Everton beating Aston Villa, and Wolves beating Newcastle would be a great feat for them. But again, I can't see it. So 4 games into the season, we could be, we'd only be a place higher, wouldn't we? Because we'd have been on -1, so we'd have gone on. We'd have been ahead of West Ham maybe on goals scored. I'm not too sure. So look, we're still at bottom 3. It's not brilliant, of course. We're gutted we didn't get the 3 points, but we are. Now, Forest fans and Cooper dropped points away from home. To be fair, mate, this one was football gods on us not picking up 3 points away from home today. I think we'll be all right as well. Control. But yeah, look, first of all, this is my first watch along in Chris's absence for a long, long time. I don't think I've done one, had to step in for Chris since the championship last season, where I maybe did the Southampton game at home. My stream didn't want to behave for me in that game, although we did win 4-0. So if anything, when I do watch alongs, there's always 4 goals in it. So who knows, maybe next time around it'll be 4 goals. But thank you to everybody who has watched along. And if for whatever reason, but some people do, you're watching this on catch up, please find your way to subscribing to the channel and hitting a like button and showing this channel all the love and support. Thank you very much for all your kind words on what you thought of my job on hosting the watch along in Chris's absence. It's a tough one to take, but we go again next week against Everton. Let's try and take the positive out of this game. And as always, we go again next week. So Everton at home. Let's hope the Foxes can grab 3 points that next time around. And as always, thanks for being wonderful audience and tuning in. And as always, come on, you Foxes. See you later, everybody.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.